Or an attack on the LGBTQ community. Ask anyone their opinion on House Bill 1557. You will likely get a very different reaction.
That bill, often referred to as the Don't Say Gay bill, was one of the most controversial bills to come from the Florida State Legislature this year. But what exactly is in it? In this special Full Circle report, ABC Action News reporter Michael Paluska goes through the bill line by line, looking deeper into what the language actually means.
The Parental Rights and Education bill is only 7 pages long. Of course, it is in English, but the way people for and against this bill are interpreting it couldn't be more different, and it's causing a lot of controversy. When you first read the bill, what was your first thought?
My first thought was, I can't believe we have to legislate common sense. But here we are.
HB 1557 to supporters in the simplest terms is to protect young children from instruction that parents should be teaching their kids through their values at home.
Public school for everyone should be a neutral space where you go to learn how to read, write, and do arithmetic. Not all this other stuff. There's all these culture wars in the schools, and they're starting to push it to younger and younger children.
Opponents see words that hurt, aim to silence a movement towards acceptance, equality, and basic human rights for all.
It says the quiet part out loud. It shows that they believe that LGBTQ people are pedophiles and that we're preying on school kids when that's not the case at all.
So what does the Parental Rights and Education bill say, and which of the sections are the most controversial? Well, the first one is, quote, that classroom instruction by school personnel or third parties on sexual orientation or gender identity may not occur in kindergarten through grade 3 or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate. And it also goes on to say that parents can sue or request a special magistrate to resolve conflicts.
So the orange section that I had highlighted that's about safety.
Renee Chia, a member of the group Moms for Liberty, pointed us to a different part of the bill that says a school district doesn't always have to tell parents about, quote, a student's mental, emotional, or physical health or well-being if it would result in abuse, abandonment, or neglect.
If you're a kid coming out in junior high or high school, or you're afraid to tell your parents or whatever, and you want to talk to a trusted person like a teacher, you can do that.
It's getting the teachers to really hunker down and not even feel like they can support their students anymore.
But that's not how 3 seniors at Middleton High School see it. Earlier this month, they walked out of class in protest.
Can't just stop discussions because it makes you uncomfortable.
It's not indoctrination, just seeing that other people exist and learning what other people do.
I think that it's common sense that we shouldn't be policing who kids are.
Does it say that in the bill? Does it say that in the bill?
At a recent bill signing in Plant City, an impassioned Governor Ron DeSantis lashed out at a reporter for referring to it as the Don't Say Gay bill.
Because you peddle false narratives. And so we disabuse you of those narratives. And we're going to make sure that parents are able to send their kid to kindergarten without having some of this stuff injected into their school curriculum.
But with midterms right around the corner, many wonder why now? The bill, in your opinion, is written for politicians. It's not even written for students.
That is exactly it. If these people that are making these bills came into the schools, you wouldn't see students fighting about this. You won't see students arguing about this. You'll see just acceptance. And that's what it should be.
Do you believe that educators are caught in the middle of these culture wars?
Absolutely.
Stephanie Bernstein is a former elementary and middle school teacher who left her job at the beginning of the pandemic to focus on her kids. Her husband, Brad, is currently an assistant principal at a high school in Pinellas County. A section he believes is vague worries him the most.
There's pieces of the bill that talk about the pre-K to 3, but also what's called age appropriate. So what that means, that's up to interpretation. So it's very concerning, not only for the age bracket that it initially targets, but what that can expand to as well.
The amount of stress and requirements and bills that are being passed and put on these teachers' plates that they have to worry about is too much. And there's going to be no teachers left, or no good teachers left, if we keep doing this.
So is it political gamesmanship or protecting parental rights?
This bill is trying to give another level of accountability. I really think that's the purpose. It's not to polarize. It's not to have any grandstand. In fact, I think he'd love it if everyone just agreed with it and said, oh, that's great, that makes sense, lovely. I think it just piggybacks on the parental rights direction that DeSantis has been going, which is one of the things I love.
In Tampa, Michael Paluska, ABC Action News.